Tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I am teaching a free live training that's going to completely change how you think about meditation, breathwork, and nervous system healing. If you've been following along these past few weeks, if any of what I've shared has resonated with you, this is where it all comes together. And I need to be honest, I'm so excited to teach this. Let me tell you why. Over the past few weeks, I've shared some really important pieces with you. Week 1, we talked about the 3 stages of healing. Stage 1, feeling broken and like something's wrong with you. Stage 2, learning but nothing sticking. And stage 3, becoming fluent in your nervous system. And I told you that most women get stuck somewhere between stage 1 and 2, doing all the practices, but not seeing lasting results. In week 2, I shared a client's story. Remember years of TMJ pain? She tried everything. Then we discovered her breathing pattern was keeping her nervous system in constant fight or flight. She changed how she breathed, and within weeks, her pain decreased by almost 80%. Last week, we dove into disconnection, why you might feel numb or like a stranger in your own body, and why you can't regulate a nervous system you can't feel. These pieces are all connected, but here's what I haven't shared yet. And this is the game changer. This is the missing link that ties everything together. How do you know which practice to use when? That's the big question. Because here's the truth, and this is what nobody else is telling you. You could have the best breathing technique in the world, the most calming meditation, the perfect restorative yoga pose. But if you're trying to use it when your nervous system is in the wrong state, it won't just not work. It can actually make things worse. Think about my client. If she had tried to do deep relaxation breathing while she was in that activated fight or flight state, her body would have fought it. It would have felt wrong, uncomfortable, maybe even scary. She needed to address the activation first, change the breathing pattern, and give her nervous system the signal that it was safe. Then, and only then, the relaxation practices worked beautifully. Or think about if you're feeling disconnected, shut down, almost numb, and someone tells you to do a long, slow body scan or deep restorative yoga pose. You're already too shut down. That practice pushes you further into disconnection. You need to come up, not go deeper in that case. This is why your meditation app keeps failing you. This is why nothing sticks. Not because the practices are bad, not because you're bad at them, but because you're using tools that weren't designed for your current nervous system state. Tomorrow, I'm teaching you the framework I use with every single one of my clients. The same framework that helped my client know when to use belly breathing versus when she needed movement first. The same framework that helps disconnected women know how to reconnect in a way that feels safe and sustainable. This is the piece that changes everything. Here's exactly what we're covering in tomorrow's training. I've planned this very carefully because I want to give you maximum value in the time we have together. First, the 3 nervous system states and why your meditation app fails in 2 of them. I'm going to explain clearly, visually, what's happening in your body when you're in sympathetic activation versus dorsal shutdown versus ventral vagal safety. You'll finally understand why that guided meditation makes you feel worse sometimes. Second, the quick body check assessment. This is a tool you can use in 30 seconds or less to identify where you are right now. What state is your nervous system in? Because once you know that, everything else becomes clear. Third, I'm teaching you one adaptable breathing technique. This isn't just a breathing exercise, it's a technique you can modify based on your current state. High activation, we adjust it this way. Low activation, we adjust it that way. You'll leave with something you can use immediately, anywhere, anytime. And fourth, the bigger picture. What becomes possible when you understand your unique nervous system? Where do we go from here? I'm going to show you what's on the other side of this work. Plus, we're doing this live, which means you can ask questions, you can tell me what you're struggling with specifically, and I can help you in real time. This isn't a pre-recorded webinar where I talk at you for 45 minutes and disappear. I'm showing up for you to teach you, to help you figure out what your nervous system needs. I want to be really honest with you for a second. If you keep doing what you're doing, trying random meditation apps, following generic advice, hoping that someday something will finally just click, you're going to be in the same place 6 months from now. Still anxious when you should be calm, still exhausted but can't rest, still feeling like everyone else figured out something you haven't. Still stuck between stage 1 and stage 2. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true, because what you're doing isn't working, and doing more of something that doesn't work doesn't suddenly make it work. But if you show up tomorrow, if you learn this framework, if you understand how to read your body's signals and match the right practice to your current state of being, everything shifts. You stop guessing. You stop trying practices that were never going to work for you. You stop feeling like a failure when meditation makes you anxious instead of calm. You start building real, lasting calm from the inside out. Not because I have some magic solution for you, but because you'll finally have the missing piece of information that makes everything else you've learned actually work. The training is free, it's live, and it's tomorrow. Wednesday, February 25th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm teaching, I'm demonstrating, I'm answering your questions in real time. The registration link is in the video description. If you've been following my content, if any of the past few weeks resonated with you, if you felt seen when I talked about trying everything and nothing working, if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and start seeing actual results, this is your moment. This is where we take everything you've been learning and turn it into practical tools you can use in your actual life. I want to tell you something personal. I spent years trying every meditation app, every breathing technique, every yoga class and wellness practice you can imagine. I was so frustrated. I felt so broken. I kept thinking, what is wrong with me that I can't make this work? Nothing stuck. Nothing created lasting change. I'd have moments of relief, but they'd fade. Until I learned what I'm teaching you tomorrow. Until I understood that I was using the wrong tools at the wrong times for the wrong nervous system states. Once I got that, once I learned to read my body and respond appropriately, everything changed. I'm so passionate about this work because I know what it's like to feel like everyone else got a manual that you didn't, to feel like you're failing at something that should be simple. And I know what it's like on the other side, to finally feel at home in your own body, to have unshakable calm, not because life got easier, but because you got more resilient. I want that for you too. So please grab your spot, show up tomorrow, let me help you figure this out. The registration link is right there in the video description. Register. You'll get an email with the webinar link and a reminder before we go live. Don't miss this. This is going to be really, really good information. Comment I'm in if you're registered already. I want to see you. I want to know you're coming. And hey, if you know a woman in your life who needs this, who's been struggling with anxiety, overwhelm, can't make meditation work, feels stuck, share this with her. Send her the link. The more women who understand their nervous system, the better. Let's do this together. I'll see you tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. I'm so excited. Bye for now.